Hello, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. On today's episode, we got to track down our good friend Luis. He is one member of New Lord's Booking out of Tijuana, Mexico. And this whole podcast came together because the last time I went down to Tijuana was to celebrate the 5-year anniversary for the classic tattoo. And we were just hanging out and we were talking. And Luis had asked me, like, yo, like, when are you going to send me the link so I could book a date on the podcast? And I had let him know, I'm like, yo, like, I've been waiting on you. I don't want to rush you or put any pressure on you to come on. So I was just kind of waiting to hear from you. And he's like, dude, what the hell? Like, I thought I was waiting for you. So we were in this endless loop of waiting for each other. And funny enough, I'm glad we had that conversation because it led us to the podcast today, which was awesome. I'm such a fan of what Luis and company are doing with New Lord's Booking. Like, I've gone down to Tijuana for multiple of their shows and never had a bad time. I've even gone down there multiple times just to hang out. Obviously hardcore is what brought us together, but I've gone down there plenty of times without hardcore being involved. That's how much I enjoy it down there. It's awesome, and I feel lucky to live so close to the border that I'm able to travel to another country. And I know sometimes I downplay it, like, oh, for us living here in Southern California, going to Mexico is so normal, but not everyone has a passport. I know a lot of people that lived or that's lived closer to the border than I have, and they've never gone. So it's a cool thing. I definitely love that I'm lucky enough to be able to have a passport and able to cross the border and enjoy something I love so much, hardcore, in another country, because it's always mind blowing that you can cross international borders and there's kids with just as much passion doing the same thing. So I always try to weave it into every conversation that I have here on the podcast since I've been going down to Tijuana, just because I believe in it that much, and I truly respect what New Lord's Booking is doing out there for Tijuana, because booking a show, it's a lot of work, and I can say that from experience. So to know they have the deck stacked against them, right? It's a big ask for them to ask bands to cross the border, to cross those international lines and play hardcore. I know a lot of bands are kind of hesitant to do it, but like I always say, if you're playing San Diego, it's right there. It's so chill to cross the border as long as you got a passport. Like, New Lords makes it easy once you cross over into Mexico. Luis always meets you on the other side, make sure you're taken care of. So it's not like, hey, come play Tijuana and you guys can figure it out, like all the logistics to get to the show. It's like, no. They take care of everything. So that's why I always try to encourage everybody that is touring, or even the local bands, like, hey, if you guys got a passport, if you guys are playing San Diego, just think about it. If you're all like at all curious, reach out to any band that has played Tijuana recently, and I'm sure they'll say something positive. But it was such a treat for me to have Luis on, because we're friends, but getting to sit down and talk to him on the podcast, I was able to find out new things about him, which is always fun. So that's why I love doing these podcasts, just having the real conversation, getting to know the person even better, because you think you know somebody and you sit down and you have a long conversation with them and then you find out new things. It's awesome. So I truly love going down to Tijuana. I will be going back early September. I can't say for what yet because it's not announced, but just know I will be there early September, again, having fun, hanging out with my friends in New Lord's Booking and my friends from the States. It's going to be a good time. And I highly encourage you, if you're at all curious, hey, I'll put this out there now. If you have a passport and you're curious about going to Tijuana, but you don't want to do it alone, I will offer anyone who wants to go, you can carpool with me from Orange County to Tijuana, and I'll make sure you're safe, you're taken care of, nothing bad happens, so you can experience what it's like going from the States to a Tijuana Hardcore show. And it's fun. So for anybody who's curious, that offer's out there, just reach out to me and I'll take you with me. You can ride in my Tesla. It's awesome. But I can't wait to be back. It's so much fun. And if you're in a band or if you're booking a show, you need a flyer made, need some merch done, please hit up Luis. He does some really cool stuff. And becoming friends with him, I didn't realize how much cool stuff he's done. Like I have merch pieces that he designed that I didn't even know that he designed when I bought them. So it was really cool. So I just want to support my friends. So I hope all of you guys will support them too. So please strap in, enjoy this conversation. Without further ado, welcome Luis to the show. All right. And we're recording. Welcome, Luis, to the podcast. How's it going?
Dude, how's it going? Thank you for having me. This is my first time on a pod, so I don't know. And I'm sorta nervous. I don't know.
Nah, you're
Thanks for having
fine.
me.
Dude, we've talked so much. It's
Yeah, I
chill.
know.
Man, it feels like, yeah, I saw you not that long ago. I went down to
Yeah.
Tijuana, which was awesome. But I want to build up to that. I want to go back to the first time we met, which was like a chance encounter, because that day, like it wasn't even like planned beforehand. It all kind of came together like that morning. Like I just saw a Instagram story from Peter Stein asking like, "Oh, who wants to go to Mexico for this show?" And I don't think he remembered, or maybe he forgot. But I'd reach out to him like weeks prior, like, "Yo, like I have my passport. I'm trying to go to Tijuana to see Broken Vow and Ankle Biter. Like, let's go." Because obviously, I knew that he was gonna go because obviously because of Evan, and he supports like all of his friends. So I was like, "Yo, like we should go. Like this would be like a cool trip." And then didn't really hear from him. So I saw him post that story that morning, and I'm like, "Yo, like I'm down to go." So he's like, "All right, cool. Like drive down to Newport and like let's roll." And we went, and I didn't think I was gonna, run into anybody that listen to the podcast outside of the people that I already knew. But I'll never forget walking into the venue and like being excited and like greeting me, and me just being genuinely confused, like thinking to myself like, man, like did I meet this guy already? Like, am I being like a bad friend? But come to find out, no, like you're the local promoter. You just listen to the podcast, so that just totally threw me for a loop, and just because I'm always surprised, like when I go somewhere, especially like I'm not like announcing that I'm going anywhere. It was just like low key type vibes, but for someone to know who I was, I was just like so humbled.
Yeah. No, well, I was a fan. I've been a fan of your podcast for mad long. I think even after before we started like booking shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot remember your first podcast that I was like, oh shit, I'm a fan. I'm a follow this guy on Spotify podcast and Apple Podcasts and shit like that. I don't remember the exactly what episode was, but I remember it was that Uncle Viter Broken Vow show was in 2024. Yes, 2024. So it was August. So I've been a fan of your work since probably 2023, more or less.
Oh wow, thank you.
So yeah, no, I appreciate what you do and shit. So when that show happened, I was like, I mean, we picked up Uncle Vita Broken Vow from the border, and I think we went to eat first at this vegan taqueria called Tacongo, right a couple blocks away from, well, not even a couple minutes away from the venue, like 15, 20 minutes away. And then the guys were already done eating and we were just having fun. And I was like, well, if you guys want to go and do sound check, we're going to have you guys at the venue. So we drove into the venue and I just see Peter Stein and you walk to the venue like way, way early than anticipated because our doors is 7 p.m. Honestly, it was probably like 5 p.m. At most.
Hmm.
So I just look back and I see you with Peter, and I'm like, "You're Jamie York. I know your work." I was like, "Holy shit, that's cool." But Steki, Isaac, and Danny weren't even like aware of you, and I was like, "Oh shit." Like, dude, this guy has a podcast, blah blah. Like, he's cool. And I was like, yo, just let's just hang out with him. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. But that show, that ankle biter show, was pretty special. Honestly, that was like our show that we just like talked to each other and was like, well, we have something cool happening here with these bands wanting to come and have the TJ experience, and that show was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I had a great time. I was blown away by how good the like sound was, like whoever the sound guy was that night, and I was like, this guy does a really good job because like you could hear everything so clear. Like even like back then, like I didn't even have like a separate like audio recorder for when I would like film bands. So the audio that I got was just like straight from the mic from my camera, and when I played it back, I was like, wow, like this actually sounds like really good.
Yeah, yeah, we had a good night that day with the audio. Honestly, um, we're gonna talk about it later, but we are not doing shows at that venue anymore for the foreseeable future. No bad blood with the venue whatsoever. We just wanted to have a sort of like upgrade from what we do shows in. We're still gonna do shows at downtown in TJ, but we're not doing that venue until probably if a big band wants to play that venue. If they choose that venue, we're gonna do that. But other than that, we're not doing shows at that venue for a couple months.
Okay, well, I'm happy that I was able to go there and experience it because it was cool. The only bummer was I'll never forget because we got there like later than the bands, right? So you guys had already eaten and kind of gone around town. So I was like, oh man, I really want food. And the venue was like outdoors on like a patio, and all night I'm just smelling the tacos from the street, just just kind of floating
Uh,
to the back area of the Mustache Bar. And then I was like, whatever. Like as soon as this show's over, like I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna just eat as many tacos as I can. And I'll never forget the show ended. And I tell Peter, I'm like, all right, like, cool, we got to head back, but we got to get some tacos. And we go out, and all the freaking taco vendors that were out there during the show had all disappeared. So that night, I had to
uh,
go back to America with no tacos. It was kind of sad.
man, that's horrible. No, I mean, if memory serves to me right, um, the taco spots that were like around the venue were pretty much new, except for one that is on the corner at Mustache Bar. But that's like a different kind of tacos. Like if I'm going to like take a friend from the States to eat like real deal Mexican tacos, I'm going to take them to Taqueria Frank, which is very, very close to the venue. So it's a little bit of a walk, but it's very, very good. Um, and then if I had to choose my own personal, like my taqueria of choosing would be Taqueria Nuevo Poblano, which is like 20-minute drive from downtown, but it's really damn worth it and it's really close to my house. But other than that, like there's a couple. taco spots in downtown TJ, but I honestly don't need at those spots because I already know where the good tacos are, so
Hmm.
I don't even bother honestly. But those tacos at the corner at the venue, they're pretty good, and we stand by those tacos every single time New Lords has a show. And at the end of the day, whether it's 11 p.m. or midnight or 1 a.m. in the at night, we go to those tacos and we eat. Like that's what we do.
You know, I feel like every time I go to TJ to hang with you, like there's always like something memorable that happens. Um, like the first time, I'll never forget Peter Stein getting rushed by the local police because they thought he was
Oh
taking photos
my
of them,
god!
but he was like just being
Yeah,
a photographer and like I think he was like shooting some like parking garage, but they like rushed him and like wanted to see his camera roll to make sure that
his
like
camera. Yeah,
yeah that was pretty crazy.
that was hilarious. I didn't see that because I was with the band. I was talking to them and shit, but I was like, "Where's Jamie and where's Peter?" Like I don't see them anywhere, and I see like Peter be like all happy and shit. Like I almost got arrested by the cops. I was like, "What? No! Like what do you mean you almost got arrested? Like what happened?" Oh, I was taking pictures of the parking lot, and the cops were there. I was like, oh, okay, cool, okay, that's fine, but that's like tourist in TJ 101. Like you take a picture of a cop, it's bad news for you most of the time. So I'm glad that Mr. Stein got away with it pretty luckily, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. I think once they like viewed his camera roll and realized that he wasn't trying to like take candid photos of them, they were like, "All right, this guy's just taking photos of stuff that was not that cool in their
Yeah,
eyes."
yeah, but yeah, that going back to that show, it was it was a really damn good show. Like I said, Mustache Bar has been the New Lord headquarters for 2 years straight, and a couple other venues we've thrown shows at. But Mustache has been like a legendary venue for a long time ago, from a long time. Um, there's bands like Death Threat played in that venue. Um, what other bands have played in that venue? Hoods played in that venue. Uh, my memory is fucking me up, but uh, a lot of legendary bands from the states have played Buster Spar. Even Hangman, when the singer of Pain of Truth was a guitar player of that band,
Hmm.
he played Mustache, and I was there for that show, and I'll never forget it. Honestly, that was my first and only time seeing Death Threat with Hangman, and I was blown away. I was like, this is what's up." Like the venue was packed, from what I remember, and there used to be a stage in Mustache, so you would see like pylons, stage dives, everything of the sort, and I was like, dude, that's awesome. I remember leaving the venue with just one Hangman T-shirt because I couldn't afford the Death Threat one.
That's crazy. Yeah, that had been a long time ago because yeah, 'cause Hangman never really toured.
No, they didn't. They toured Mexico in 2018, 2017, I think, and I was at that show, and it was my first time seeing both bands. Um, I talked to Rene from Forza Booking, which is another legendary booking from here in Mexico, and he's from TJ, and he brings all those heavy hitter bands to TJ and other parts of Mexico. So I was talking to him about that show, and he was like, "Do you know this band? Do you know that?" I was like, "I do now." Like that was almost 10 years ago. So
Hmm.
yeah, I fuck with that thread. At that thread, I do fuck with that band a lot. So I was like, and it's something that people don't do a lot, especially people younger than me in their 20s or even or their teens. Like they don't check like the flyer for the bands. Like they don't check the bands on the flyer. They just like if they don't see any band that they recognize, they won't go. And I'm the opposite, honestly. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, there's bands that I don't know. I'm gonna check them out, and even if I don't like one band on the flyer, I'm still going to the show. And to this day, that happens. That's it. I don't. We have to make like these kids like understand that you have to look at the flyer, and even if it's a good design flyer, whether you don't see any logo, any official logo, but you see a typeface and you like the name, like you check them out, and even you like it or not, that's fine. But if you like one single band on that flyer, like you should go and just enjoy the show. Just support the scene.
Yeah, especially for you guys, since things aren't like regularly going down there. I feel like if you're a part of the TJ scene, it should be like mandatory. It's like everybody's has to show up to help grow this thing faster and to get the word out, right?
Yeah, it's just as a new booker and promoter of hardcore shows. I mean, we've only been throwing shows for 2 years now. Uh, we're gonna turn 3 years in February,
Hmm.
in the 20th. And for me, if you would have told me a young Luis from when he was 16, 17 years old, yo, you're gonna bring your friends to TJ for a show that you booked, um, I would have told you like you're crazy because I didn't know how to do this shit. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that it's paying off, like slowly but surely. Honestly, um, we started. Well, it's probably it's a normal question to ask, but of course, when we started New Lords, we didn't know what to do. Um, and by we, I mean at first, the first phase from New Lords, it was just me, Isaac, and someone else that I won't mention on the pod because I don't want to give him promo. It's a some bullshit thing.
For sure.
I already told you about this thing in person. So when we started that, at first our first show under the New Lords like banner, it wasn't a very good show. Honestly, it was fine because we were just being like handyman for the other person that I won't mention at that show. And but at the end of the show, I was like, you know what? I like this. Like, I want to keep doing it. I don't want to keep doing it with that person that I was involved with, but I want to keep doing. I want to keep doing it. I want to keep the ball rolling, honestly, and it's fun.
Yeah. When I was booking shows, luckily, like I had some veterans that I could rely on, and honestly, like if I didn't have those three people to reach out to about like am I doing this right? Am I paying too much? Am I paying too little? Like in terms
Yeah,
of guarantee, um, probably would have been a lot harder. But luckily, I had like these three friends that were willing to put up with like all my questions and gave me good advice.
yeah, for sure. I wish we had that at the first phase of New Lords, like having like a veteran figure, like guiding us for a better show or how to book bands better and stuff like that. But just as how I discovered hardcore, I discovered hardcore by myself. I didn't have no old head. I didn't have no one from older than me or from another school, from a neighborhood to show me hardcore. I found hardcore through Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, and I found straight edge through CM Punk, through the wrestler CM Punk.
That's crazy.
And to me, yeah, it's pretty fucking insane. But I knew what hardcore and punk was before I actually realized what was happening in my life and how I got like into the subculture of hardcore and punk. I remember vividly my parents bought me a PlayStation 1 for Christmas or for my birthday. I don't remember exactly. But the first game that was on top of the PlayStation was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, I think. Either 1 or 2. And I played that game tirelessly. And the first song on the first stage was Gorilla Radio by Rage Against the Machine. and that stuck with me so much that I was like trying to figure it out what was the genre of that song that I kept playing. So I was probably like 5 years old. This is 2002. I'm from '97, so 2002, 2001.
Damn.
I had internet back then,
Hmm.
of course, and I just like as a 6 year old, I was like, well, I know how the computer works. Oddly enough, because I'm a child that grew up on the internet era without any type of censorship. So I just put up Rage Against the Machine on Wikipedia, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is a real band, not like a makeup band for this video game." I'm gonna keep checking it out. That's how I listened to the entire self-titled. I probably like at 5, 6 years old, and then as I grew up older, I revisited Rage Against the Machine, and I was like, "Oh, this is not the first band this group of people had. Which is the other bands, the former bands?" And then I discovered Inside Out, probably like at 10 years old. Like this is a weird dynamic that happened with me with video games because the only video games that I played when I was a child was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 and some FIFA games. And those FIFA games had like rock music, had Metallica, had like Goldfinger, Lag Lagoon, um, like alternative music at of the times.
Hmm.
And I understood that I liked like guitar music or heavy music. You know what I mean?
It's wild. I literally had no idea. I didn't even know you like video games.
I used to love video games, man. The hobby got too expensive for me, so I had when I was a kid, I was spoiled rotten, dude. I had every fucking console you could imagine because my parents were like, were they spoiled me rotten. I'm an only child, and
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
yeah, 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 for sure. And I had every console. I had every single console you can imagine. I had N64, PlayStation, Nintendo DS, Xbox 360, like everything. I had probably every console to from Nintendo 64 to Xbox One because I was an Xbox kid. I
Hmm.
wasn't a PlayStation guy. I wasn't a PlayStation teenager. I had a PlayStation when I was a kid, but when I could like play video games like that were M matured, I was like Xbox all day, baby. I was Gears of War, I was Halo, everything, dude.
That's funny. Um, I think I got over like picking like a side in the console war. Because I eventually got a job and I was like, you know what? I think I can have both. I think that's okay.
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing ever. Like the
Yeah.
console wars is just the stupidest thing ever. I remember like when you were a kid, you realize that it's not so much like, oh, this console is better than the other. It's just like, oh, what games do I like? And it happened that the games that I liked were in Xbox. So, and looking now at the console wars, seeing like Halo being in PlayStation now and Gears of War being in PlayStation 5, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy. That's good. A little bit too late to the party, like a little, like 10 years, a little bit later, honest. Just saying. But um, it's cool. Like, yeah, you want to play Halo on a PlayStation? Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm 28. Like the console war has been dead since I was probably like 20. You know what I mean? Like it's stupid.
Yeah. The last console that I owned, because I'm strictly PC now. Um I don't even know what drove me to get a PC, but once I built my own PC, I was like, this is probably where I should have been years ago. But I remember I got a PS5 like right when it came out, and I was so excited. I don't even know why, because my computer at the time was still better than the PS5, but I had it for like a week, and I was like, I beat Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man Miles Morales. I beat that, and I was like, this is fun. But now it's just gonna sit here because I still enjoy my computer more. And at the time,
Oh, that's cool.
this was like during like COVID. And I just wanted to move. So I was like, man, I got to break the lease on this place. I'm like, how can I do that without like having to like, waste a bunch of money? And I was like, oh, I know how I can do this. I'm going to sell my PS5 because this is when like PS5s were still hard to get. So I put my PS5 on like
Yep.
Craigslist, and like some guy hit me up right away because I think I sold it for like $1,500, which I could not believe that some guy bought it
Whoa.
for like $1,500. But like I put up the ad and like within 2 seconds, like this guy hits me up and he's like, yo, like, is this real? And I'm like, yeah, like it's real. What are you talking about? He's like, all right, like I'm gonna come over right now and I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, cool, just bring the cash and you can have the PlayStation. So he came over and he was like a rich guy because he came in like a nice sports car. He had his mom in the passenger side, like waiting, which I thought was funny.
That's hilarious.
And then he just came in. He's like, "Hey, can you just like turn it on and show me that it works?" I'm like, yeah, for sure. Like, come on in. Showed him it worked. And he was asking me like, why was I selling it? I'm like, I'm trying to get out of this place. I'm trying to break the lease. So you were breaking my lease for me by buying this PlayStation. And he started laughing. He was like, all right, cool. Like I'm down. So yeah, I had, like I said, I had it for like a week and then I sold it right away.
Dude, 1,500 for a PlayStation 5, that's like it's a cliche thing to say, but that's a PC now.
Yeah, like an entry
Like a
level PC.
yeah, like an entry level, like a good like entry level PC now.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of my best friends, shout out to Alexis if you're gonna see this eventually. I use his at his US address to get all the stuff that I wear now, so I don't have to pay like $25 per package.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I just put everything on his name on his account, and he's a US citizen, so he has no problem with anything of this. So he just crosses when he can, and gets my packages for me and his packages from Amazon and whatever. So um it's just weird to think, like we were talking about it, like, dude, I'm getting all my PC parts, his PC parts shipped to his address, and I was like, oh, how much did you spend on everything? I was like, oh, dude, I'm not even finished. I spent like $700 for just like the PC itself without the keyboard and the mouse and the monitor. I was like, oh shit, that's a lot of money for me. Like I'm not doing that. I think I'd rather stick with the consoles, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And the consoles are fine. Like for a while, like PlayStation was putting all their exclusives on PC. So I'm, oh great, I never need a PlayStation. But then they're like, oh
Yeah.
crap, like we don't want to do that anymore. So there's like some games that, like Ghost of Tsushima 2, like that one like wasn't going to come over, and then like the Wolverine, I think is like, I think that one might be like a timed exclusive, but I don't know. But at the same time, like even with
Yeah.
like GTA 6 is going to be on, PlayStation. And I was like, I'm not going to buy a console just to play a game. I was like, I can just wait till it
No.
comes to PC. And if it doesn't come to PC, then it's okay. My life's not going to end. It's not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah, that's me right now with Final Fantasy VII, the remakes.
Okay.
I'm a huge Final Fantasy guy. I love that. I love that game specifically. It's one of my favorites of all time. But when I saw the remakes, I was like, oh man, I need a console. Like I'm dying. I'm like scratching myself for a PS5 and shit because that's one of my favorite games. And then when I saw the trailer for the third part of Final Fantasy VII, I was like, you know what? Part 1 and 2 came on PC like a year after. Like, I don't mind probably like saving a little bit of money, getting a good enough PC so I can play all those games. Because I'm not playing that badass of a game. I'm not playing it on a Switch. Because I've seen the graphics on the Switch game and it's not good.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have a PlayStation or buy a PC and just go to town. And that new Wolverine game looks fucking sick too.
Yeah. That one was like, man, if I did buy a PlayStation, it'd be just to play Wolverine. Or maybe I'll have to like hit up one of my friends that has a PlayStation, like, yo, like let me camp at your house for like a weekend and let me just play the fuck out of this game.
For sure.
Like I'll
Dude,
buy the game and you can keep it.
Yeah, I miss that so much. Going to our friends and just playing consoles, I miss that so much.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. Me and my friends just sit in Discord, like, "Hey, you ready to play?" And just like, "Oh, yeah, we can do it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for going on a tangent and going from hardcore to video games like in
No, no,
seconds.
this is good
Yeah.
lore because as long as like, dude, we've hung out so many
Yeah.
times. I've never heard your video game history, so this is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I knew you were a video game guy, but I never like we never talked about this honestly
Hmm.
because it never happened. It's just mainly core talk. That's it. I mean, I used to be a huge comic guy as well, but not anymore. The hobby got too expensive for me again.
You know, I love comic books, but there was a time where Marvel went like a little too woke for my liking, and I was just like, these stories just aren't fun anymore. So like I went like heavy on like the indie route, which was cool. Um, and then my local comic shop, like I was like so loyal. Like I even worked there for a bit because like
And that's what's up.
I just love that shop and the owner was so awesome. But he packed up and left Orange County. Um, he's in another city, and it's far enough to where I'm like, fuck, like I'm not driving there every Wednesday to get books, unfortunately. So now I just have like a weird way of buying comics. Like if I'm going to like a convention, like I'll just like pick up like a full run that I knew I was interested in, or I'll just like order stuff online, which I don't like because I loved going to the comic book shop. I loved like
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
shopped there and like I said I worked there. The owner just knew my tastes, so I could just like hold up like a new book, like for me, no, yes, and he'd be like, nah, you're not gonna like it. And then like I would even ask him like, okay, like what are you reading that I don't know about that you know I will like? So he would just put me on to just like like a bunch of cool stuff, and he was like he owns a comic book shop, so he was just like an endless like fountain of knowledge when it came to comic books. So like if there was like a character that popped up for like a brief second and I'm like, okay, like who's this, like why are they here, and he would just like break it down for me, and I just love that shit. And even like going and like there'd be like this like all like because like there was like customers who like were like regulars and they all had like their own like stories, and we would just like kind of like look out for him. Like there was this one guy and we did not know how he had this kind of knowledge, but he would just show up like very like nicely dressed, look like he worked like in an office or something, and he would just start digging in like the back issue bins and wouldn't say anything to us. He would just like start digging, and then he would just like pick out certain books, like just like the most like random titles that we thought, and then sure enough, like those books would just shoot up in price, and we're like, wow, this guy's
Holy shit.
like so like anytime he bought shit, we'd like take notes and be like, all right, we got to buy that shit too because he's on top of it. Like we're gonna make some money too. So yeah, I just love going to the comic book shop, and it was just like I said, I was so loyal, and like I know like the other comic book shops around town, but I just it was always just like
You had your own, you
yeah.
had your place. Yeah. It's the same with me with tattoo shops. Like it's the classic tattoo till I die. Like I love that shop, and I'm grateful that I now work for them for social media work.
Hmm.
But I got one tattooed when I was like my first tattoo was a 22, and it's a torch. It's a strife. It's a strife tattoo. Honestly, I love strife. Um, when I went to that shop, right on TJ's beach, like beach area. It was a private studio as well. It was pretty chill, but I just like got a tattoo. I paid the guy and I left. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any connection whatsoever. And when I started doing my arm, I asked my best friend Jason or Andres as we call him, but we call him Jason all the time. Shout out Jason. Um, I was like, dude, your sleeve is pretty cool. Where are you getting tattooed? I was and he was like, oh, I'm getting tattooed at this spot at the nice area of TJ called the Classic Tattoo. I was like, oh, I bet. When is your next appointment? I want to go with you. And he was like, oh, actually, I'm getting tattooed tomorrow, or a week after that. We were hanging out. So I just go there, and I love the vibes ever since. And I've never, I have no desire of getting tattooed anywhere else. Like collecting is cool. Like I want to collect certain pieces for certain artists in TJ, but I'm staying loyal to the classic tattoo till the day ends. Honestly, till my life ends. I love that shop. Um, also, can you are you chill with saying the comic shop that you work for?
Yeah, no. Like, there's no bad blood. He just had to pack up and leave. I don't know why. I didn't ask. But yeah, no. It
Oh, it's
was,
not around anymore.
say that again.
It's not around anymore.
It is, but it's in a different city. It's just a little too far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. It was
What's the
called
name?
Comic Hero University.
Comic Hero University. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell a couple of comic heads from here to check it out. That one of my friends from college
Mhm.
just has always been a nerd with us. He's a nerd of hardcore, nerd of comics, nerd of everything. And he always been posting like comics. I think he's collecting right now. He's collecting a lot of Batman stuff and a lot of what's that violent ass comic of the people with the red cross on their faces? Crossed?
Maybe I
It's
never
a
read that
gory
one.
comic. It's super gory. It's super explicit. It's super gnarly.
Yeah,
I think it's called Crossed.
yeah. I read a lot
And
of like when it came to comic books, like my style of reading, like I would follow certain characters. So like no matter who is writing Daredevil or Iron Man, I'm reading it no matter what. Like it could be the best run, it could be the worst run. I'm still reading it. And then like I follow some of like my favorite writers, like Brian Michael Bendis is like my favorite writer ever. So like whatever he writes, I'm reading it. And then I just like a lot of cool like, you know, like indie stuff, like fun like love stories or like weird like you know, crime. So
I'm also a love story guy. I watch a lot of love story anime.
oh, you're an anime. I can see. I didn't even know you like
Yeah,
anime.
I'm an anime guy. I'm an anime guy. I love anime, and I love like slice of life drama,
Wow.
like cheesy shit. Honestly, but it's just something. It scratches something in me. Honestly, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I fuck with this.
Do you have any anime tattoos? Now I'm just so curious.
No, no, I do have TV series tattooed. I mean, you know Twin Peaks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Laura Palmer tattooed on me.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a fairly new. Um, I love Twin Peaks. That's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Honestly, I fell in love with it since the first episode, since the pilot, and I was like, you know what, this deserves a tattoo. Honestly, I don't have anything else. I mainly have like hardcore tattoos and TV show tattoos. I don't have any anime tattoos. I don't have like any like ideas for that. Honestly, I have like I want to get like a Halo 3 tattoo, but I don't want it to be like the logo and that's it. Like a lot of people do that. I don't like that. Um, I rather have like sort of like a traditional tattoo that embodies Halo. So instead of just having like the fucking trademark logo on my shin or whatever, like I'm not doing that.
You just got to get a warthog tattooed on you.
Dude, that'd be cool.
Or like I really like the
awesome.
way the needler gun looks.
Dude, yeah, the needler is cool. What I like when I was a kid, I was like probably 17, 16 years old. I was like, oh, I want to get tattooed and I want to get like the Halo legendary difficulty like emblem
Okay.
with the elite skull and the fucking and the knives. I like that piece a lot, but I was like, man, now that I think about it, I'm like, I don't know. I need to find like a spin to make it like American traditionals for me to be like happy with it, you know?
Yeah. If I would have got all the tattoos that I wanted when I was younger, I would look a lot different.
Dude, I had the stupidest idea for a back piece when I was like 17 years old. I was in my edgy kid era when I was like super like wanting to offend everyone just because I'm stupid. And I wanted to get like Satan tattooed on my whole back, like the Baphomet thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get it tattooed on my back, like just black, red, and yellow colors. And I was like, dude, I see it. I see that almost well now past 10 years ago, and I was like, dude, I would have beaten the fuck out of that kid if that happened. Honestly.
Yeah, for like my third tattoo, I wanted like my throat tattooed.
Oh hell no.
But yeah,
No,
luckily I never did it.
dude. I'm so glad that I don't have a like. I'm a fat guy, so I don't have a neck. So I'm so glad I don't because I would have done the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I wanted like a face tattoo.
Oh god.
Yeah, but I'll
Like
never.
right now, I would love to get like the side of my head tattoo, but that's it. I don't. And any this area right here, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Even my hands, I wouldn't do my hands, honestly.
Yeah, I won't do the face, but I'll still do my neck at some point once I get there.
Yeah, another what? Probably like 10 years since you got tattooed before the tattoo shop anniversary that I went that I went with you.
Not 10 years. Like I'm trying to think. Like the last tattoo I got was like the aerial that's like right here.
Oh hell yeah!
And that probably was like maybe 4 years prior.
Oh god.
Yeah, a long time. Cause
Yeah, that's a long time.
yeah, because tattoos. Like when I was like a little bit younger, like I used to like one of my roommates was a tattoo artist, so
Oh, that's awesome.
so I used to get tattoos by him, and I don't know. And then I had like a falling out with like one of like my tattoo artists. So for a while, I was just kind of like lost. Like I don't really want to get tattooed by anybody else. And then luckily, like one of my good friends from back home still tattoos, and he's really good. Shout out Cody Cowan. So he's the guy that did the aerial.
Oh yeah.
And then it's just hard to like get back home to like Palm Springs because he owns a shop, Iron Parlor Tattoo in Palm Springs. It's just hard for me to get back because it's just like a mental thing, right? Because I'm like, all right, I gotta drive an hour and a half, 2 hours. I gotta sit,
Jesus.
be in pain, which isn't like my favorite thing.
Another 3 hours sitting and
yeah, but it's just excuses. Like I gotta just like finish up like my left arm because I don't really have that much space left, and then probably like blast over like my right leg. Just do like cool blast overs. Yeah. And then I have to do my back.
I want to start my chest for my birthday in August, but
okay.
I'm a little scared, honestly, but
why?
It's whatever. Like,
no, if I'm being honest, the only place you should be scared of is your stomach. That was like the worst place I've ever been tattooed. Dude, it's the worst place.
I want to get like the Rug of Ages on my stomach because that was an idea that Claudia, my tattoo artist, had.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, let's do the Pharaoh's horses on your chest, and let's do the Rug of Ages, but with instead of a cross made of stone, just the X. And I was like, I'm sold. Yeah, sure, I'm doing it. Because Raw Brigade has that design for one of their shirts that Marlon, I think it was Marlon. If not, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't care. I think it was him that he did the Rug of Ages with the nets.
Okay.
It was all like drawn black work. It's a beautiful shirt. I have it, and I think Cam from Ventura County gave it to me along with all our goodies. Shout out to Cam.
Shout out Cam. Yeah, but shout out Classic Tattoo. I shout out Edgar.
Yeah.
The homie who tattooed my leg, because I've been at a bunch of tattoo shops in my lifetime, and the vibe at Classic Tattoo was just so awesome. Because it was so funny, like when you're like introducing me to like people, and I forget the girl's name, but she like spoke to me in English, and like her friends were so impressed because she was like speaking another language, and I was just laughing because I'm like, oh, that's so awesome that they know English, because they can tell I do not speak Spanish. There's so many times people were speaking to me because they thought I spoke Spanish, and I'm just giving them the blank stare, like, oh my god, like when do I like interject and let them know that like I don't understand what the fuck's going on. I
don't know what you're saying, dog. Like,
I just like kind of just nodded, like, oh yeah, all right, see ya.
Yeah. That's fine. Like, I don't remember who I introduced you to that spoke English to you from the shop. Was it like
she had like red hair?
Red hair.
Yeah, but not like red like the like microphone here. It was like a like more like auburn, if that makes sense.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's what did she have like a tattoo on her throat?
I don't remember if I'm being honest.
No. I mean, it's either Paola, which is our photographer for the shop, or it's my boss, Claudia.
I think it was your
Which,
boss.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, she's the best, dude. She's
Yeah.
the best. She's done almost every tattoos of me.
Yeah, because I didn't see her with the camera at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then probably was Claudia, my boss. Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, no, everybody there was so nice. Like I like could not
Dude,
believe it.
everybody's so cool in that shop. Like I've been saying it for a long, long time. Like if people from the States that are hardcore people, like if they want to hang out with me, I'm taking them to the shop eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see them, just to see the flash, just to hang out. Like you don't have to get anything tattooed that day because I mean it's a process, honestly. Like I don't want to seat you for 3 hours and be in pain in whatever region of your body you want to choose. Um, but every time, like I took the guys from Military Gun there. I almost took Zane and David from Beyond Alive. It's another booking guys, so shout out to them and Beyond Alive. I almost took to them, but it was rainy. It was pretty bad outside. But we just hung out and ate and had coffee, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And then I took the 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 best guy, one of the best guys in the world, Emiro, to the classic tattoo shop, and he loved it. So he is my goat. He's the best, and I'm so glad that he not only visited TJ for the first time, hang out with me for the first time, met me for the first time, went to the shop that I go to all the time, and got. I think he got tattooed that day. I think, but it was. I love that shop. I love that tattoo shop. It's the best.
Yeah, he got like 2 or 3 tattoos like on the flash day.
Yeah, he's crazy. I wouldn't do that. Oh, he's insane.
Yeah, I was good after one. I was like, oh wow, like this was just like I remembered. Pain that I don't enjoy.
Yeah, definitely.
But luckily, like I said, shout out Edgar. He was awesome. But just like the vibe of the shop was cool, and I could not believe the setting because it's in like this like private like apartment complex, and it's like the only business. And I was like, oh, this is crazy because like there's just other apartments with like families just living here, and everyone's just chill with like a bunch of like tattooed people coming in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, the vibe is cool. Everybody kept to themselves. Um, it's just a chill vibe on the shop. Like the neighbors are okay with having a tattoo shop at the complex because mainly, I mean, honestly, you don't hear the machines that much,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a really well isolated like area on each apartment. It just you can only hear the machines go when everybody's tattooing at the same time. Like you can hear that from the outside of the complex. I've heard it before. But other than that, it's a pretty chill spot. It's mostly quiet. There's no like people barging in or some sort of drunk wanting to have a walk-in tattoo and being all stupid and shit. So it's a great concept, honestly. A private tattoo studio in a apartment complex. It's a great idea, honestly.
Can we talk about the lo-fi coffee guy?
Dude, I'm at his shop right now.
Oh, you were there.
He's right there.
No fucking
I'm
way.
here. I'm here. Yeah, he's right there. He's at the bar.
God, I'm so jealous. That is so funny because when you mentioned that there was going to be like, food, there's going to be coffee, I'm like, whatever. Like, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, like we're going to the coffee shop that we always go to, which was like the coffee was okay. I just really liked the worker there. She was awesome. I hope she's having a great day. That's why I like going to that shop. But when the lo-fi coffee guy showed up, I'm like, oh, this looks kind of cool. I'm like looking at the menu, and I get oat milk because I'm just not a big fan of like dairy. So when I saw that he was
Happens.
serving like this thing called an horchata, I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. I don't even like horchata to begin with, but I was like, okay, let me just try something
Whoa.
new. Let me just try, because I normally get like Jamaica, just or like water or whatever. But let me try something new. Like I'm in another country, the vibes are like immaculate right now. Like let's just try it. What's the worst that could happen? And also, I didn't even pay for it. You paid for it, so thank you. And I got this thing, and like I filmed it. You can go back and watch the vlog, and like he's making it. I'm like, oh, this looks like pretty good. And as soon as the horchata hit my lips, I was like, this is heaven. I didn't even want to finish it because it was so good. I was like, I need to like savor this. And like by the end of the day, I ended up buying like 3 more because it was just so good. And like he was even trying to like suggest like, hey, we got other things on the menu. And I'm like, I don't care. Like I just want this horchata. Like that's how good this is. Like this is all I want.
Yeah. 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 Shout out Red Hill Coffee Shop, shout out Lo-Fi, shout out my friend Chino. And shout out his horchata, dude. The horchata is super fucking good. I had it probably like 2 weeks before the anniversary,
Okay.
I think. And I was like, yeah, this is bomb. And I DM'd him before the pod. I was like, dude, I'm coming to your spot. I'm being interviewed for a podcast. He was like, oh shit, whose podcast? I was like, Jimmy York, the guy that you served the horchata at the shop at the tattoo shop, the anniversary. Oh shit, is he coming to is he coming to the shop? I was like, no, dude, it's gonna be via Discord and shit. Oh, okay, cool. He was like a little sad. Well, next time he's in TJ, just bring him to the shop. I was like, I will.
Yeah, no,
100%.
that's like a must. We have to go there because like ever since I left, it's all I've been thinking about. Like, man, like TJ was awesome.
Dude.
I need.
He's a wizard, dude. He makes some dope ass drinks. He's a wizard for coffee, honestly.
Yeah, and like I'm not a coffee snob, but I've had coffee like in a bunch of different places in the world, and normally I'm just not a fan because like the local shop that I go to is just so amazing. But like when I had his coffee, I was like, this is fucking good.
I'm so glad you like it. Honestly, I'm so glad.
Yeah, me too. And that's why I kept buying it that night. I was like, I'm supporting. Take all my money.
Yes, sir.
And shout out the pizza. The pizza that night was good too. I just can't remember their names because I was just so enthralled by the lo-fi coffee guy.
Yeah, Pizza Records. Yeah, dope spot.
Yeah, it was a good day. Like a lot of people showed out, which was cool. Like a lot of people got tattooed.
Yep.
Which is why I was like, man, I just want to get on the list so I can just get it out of the way, and then I can just hang out.
Yeah, I was the same too. I wasn't even like attending the merch table that I put out. I was like, you know what? Fuck this merch. I want to hang out with my friends. Like I don't even see them often like other people do. Like I want to hang out with the Miro. I want to hang out with Jamie. I want to hang out with my friends. Like the merch table was just an excuse for me to sell something. If I sold a shirt, that's sold a shirt. I think I sold one hoodie and that's it. I sold a hoodie. And that was it.
It's all good. You left with less than what you came with.
Yeah, it is what it is. I actually fun story about. I think it was after you guys left. There was a girl at the counter where the tattoo shop was, and I recognized it. I was like, "Oh shit! Do you play in this local hardcore, local thrash band?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I play in that shit." I was like, "Okay, cool. Do you?" And I started talking to her about New Lords and how we do shows and shit. So I was like, you know what? Give me 10 seconds, and I reach my merch bag, and I pull 2 shirts. I pull a Vanguard shirt, and I pull a Tsunami shirt that I had. And I was like, this is for you. Like, take it. Don't give me anything. I like doing that kind of stuff of giving merch or giving something to someone who's young and is into like heavy music or like the alternative scene here in TJ.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh my god, do you do bootlegs for a living?" I was like, "No, these are like
these are real.
These are real. I got them from the band itself." I was like, "Do you do Tsunami and shit?" I was like, "No, but bought this from Tsunami, so
Mhm.
here's your shirt. Like, don't give me anything. Like, there, like it's yours. Like, I don't care. It was a fun interaction because a lot of people here in TJ don't expect someone else to have these kind of like things in person, I guess. Like, I'm the only guy in TJ aside from the New Lords roster and a couple other showgoers that have like contention merch.
Mhm.
Like, and people don't even know about this shit. Like, I don't even know about this band, but if you were there at the show, you know contention and you know they rocked the house down for that gig. And how people don't from here, they don't even like acknowledge that there's like a hardcore scene here that has always been present, and it's a scene. TG hardcore, it's spoiled and has always been spoiled in the best way possible. Like, even before my time, before even I was born, like Bad Brains played TJ in '92, like Typo Negative played TJ. Nine Shock Terror played TJ. Terror played T has played TJ many times before. Um, Nirvana played TJ like in 80 something, and a lot of people like take that with the smallest grain of salt, and they don't appreciate those things in TJ. And I'm trying to change that, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And New Lords was just the excuse for me to just commit and do it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you and your friends are definitely doing a good job because it's not easy to book shows. Trust me, I've booked shows and
No,
it's not my
it's
favorite thing
not.
to do.
No,
But the times that I've gone down there, like I've always had a good time in TJ, and that's why every time I'm doing a podcast, I always just find some way to weave TJ into the conversation. Like, hey, like, you're on your tour. Oh, cool. Like West Coast. All right, I got you. Here's a cool suggestion. I always
yeah,
tell everybody, like, because I believe in you guys because I've experienced it firsthand, and it just makes sense to there's like
yeah.
this thriving scene. There's tons of kids that are down. The kids from San Diego who roll over, even like when the contention played, there was like I don't know if you knew him, but somebody knew him. But there was like some kid from Orange County who even drove down. I'm like, dude.
Yes,
I'm like, we
yeah.
could have.
That's yeah,
I was like, we could have carpooled. Like, I came from Anaheim.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's David from Beyond Alive. He's been to a lot of shows from New Lords. He's not in California anymore. I think he's in Eugene now for college. And
okay,
I
okay.
think he's moving to Salt Lake City to continue college and
Mm-hmm.
so or something like that. So, okay, fun story about David. We were having a show. We were having More to Pride in TA for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's a band on the bill called Absolve Me. They're friends of ours. They're from Mexicali. They're from 3 hours away from TJ.
Mm-hmm.
And the David rolls up by himself, and I was like, dude, like, I know you're not from here. Like, I see it. I see a little ass white boy with a medium sized shirt and big ass pants with an Arc'teryx jacket on. I'm like, you're not from here, dude. I know you're not. But he looked at me and he was like, oh, is this the Murder Price show? I was like, yeah, sure, yes, it is. Oh, cool. Let me give you my entry money and just mosh. And he started moshing for every single fucking band. But like moshing, like violent ass moshing. And I was like, holy shit, who is this kid? So after Absolve Me stopped playing, he went outside of the venue, and I tell Danny, yo, just look out for the doors while I talk to this kid. And I talked to him, and he was like, yo, I'm from Orange County. I just saw the flyer and I wanted to go. My passport is brand new, and I wanted to check out the TJ hardcore scene. I was like, holy shit, okay. And then Isaac was walking out of the venue, and I was like, dude, this kid is from Orange County. And he was like, what? That's crazy. And he rolled by himself. That's the craziest part to me. Because how the fuck are you going from Orange County to TJ by yourself for a hardcore show? For your first hardcore show in TJ? That's that's unheard of. And I was like, you dude, let's protect this fucking kid. Because this kid is important to us. And it's been a great friend of mine since that day. He's been to TJ multiple times just to hang out or just to come to a show. And David is it's amazing. It's great. It's a fantastic kid.
Yeah. That's dedication because when I go down to TJ, I know you. I know I have the local friends. Like I didn't roll out there just not knowing anybody.
Oh, that's the craziest part. It's it's insane to me that he saw a flyer for a Mortal Pride show of all bands, like a Mortal Pride show with a metalcore band on the bill, and you decided, you know what? I'm gonna check this band out. Oh shit, I like the band. Oh shit, they're playing in TJ, which is not that far from where I live. I'll make the drive. I'll make the travel and go by myself. That's dedication. That's weird in the best way possible because we don't have that. We don't get that often. Like the the closest thing that happened again was with contention. Like San Diego people rolled out for that show and we're moshing and we're like having fun, and that was like that's one show that I was really proud of at the end because, like you said, it's very difficult to book shows. It's everybody wants to play a show, but not everybody wants to book it, and that's something that Amiro told me a couple months ago, or yeah, a couple months ago. It was like, dude, you're doing something really cool. Because I was talking to him, I was a little bit frustrated for from a couple shows that happened at the end of at the beginning of the year, and I was like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, or maybe I should take a break. We should take a break. And I was like, un unknowingly, I was telling Amir all the time, oh, if I could book our final show, it would be this band, and that band. And he was like, why are you doing why are you what why are you wanting to end New Lords so quick? I was like, well, I don't want to end it. I just want um it be fun to reach a peak and then call it quits, like a band. But I was like, no, dude, like you have to keep going because you're making something special. You're having all these bands from the States come to another country and make them international because it's their first show out of the country, and you're doing that. You're doing something special. You're doing something beautiful. And after he said that when he was in TJ for the first time, I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's true. That's he's right. I don't I don't want to end New Lords, and to this day, I've held his words really close to me, and I'm not going to end New Lords anytime soon, even if it's just me managing everything and whatever. I'll figure it out. But I'm grateful that I have uh three three friends that want to do it with me. Like I have Danny and I have Seki, and it's at one point we were five people in New Lords. Um, and slowly but surely, all those two members, Isaac and David, are no longer in New Lords. Isaac just quit New Lords a couple weeks ago,
That's news to me.
and
I was about to ask, wait, why isn't he mentioning Isaac?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
wow.
That's something new that happened, but no bad blood in between us. There nothing bad happened. Isaac, for what he told me, he was dealing with some personal issues on his life, and driving um, from Ensenada to TJ, it's an hour and a half. So driving an hour and a half to downtown TJ, going to the studio to grab the back line with us, then drive it back to the studio after the shows after the show end. it takes a toll on you, and I understand that, and I completely support his decision of leaving, and that's okay. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out how to bring the backline to the show and to the studio at the end of the show. We'll figure it out, and we figured it out before. And this is just a new era or a new face from New Lords, and like I said, I'm grateful that Danny and Seki want to continue doing this shit. And if they don't want to do it anymore in the future, if it happens, I hope it doesn't happen. I'll figure it out myself, and I'm going to make New Lords the place for California bands or whoever band wants to play TJ. That's it.
Did you get the tote bags from Isaac?
I did.
Okay. All right. At least it's like I'm sad. I'm bummed to hear about it, but I need a tote bag.
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
This one right there.
Nice. Shout out,
Dude, I love him.
Isaac.
Shout out Isaac. He's a brother of mine. He's great, and I understand why he wanted to not be involved anymore. But we have to keep the ball going, and I'm going to keep that motherfucking ball going till I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
just how things happen.
I'm surprised more California bands don't go over regularly. Because like when I see, I'm like, how can a band like Gargoyle, right, from the Midwest, make the trip over? But then I'm like looking at a lot of local bands. I'm just like, what is it? Do you not have a passport? Are you scared? Like what? Like I don't know. I feel like you should go. It's cool because if you look at like shout out Canada, right? Canada has so many awesome bands. I have a lot of friends from Canada, and you see so many bands willingly go to Canada, which is awesome. But I just don't feel like that's like the same sentiment when it's on like our side when we're looking at Mexico.
It's a combination of both things that you said. Like people don't have a passport, or they're scared shitless of TJ or Mexico in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's funny that Gargoyle and Primitive Rage from fucking Louisville, Kentucky, and where's Primitive Rage from? It's from Oklahoma, I think. I don't remember.
Okay.
But regardless, it's a band that it's not from California. It's a band that is not from the West Coast, and they play TJ. What's stopping you to play here? Because if you're scared, I understand that. Like, but hey, you're a hardcore band and you're kind of scared of a small ass city that is just San Diego but smaller, and honestly, way fun.
Yeah.
It's just like
I tell every band, I'm like, yo, like if you have any hesitation, if you're scared, look at every band recently that has played. They've had a great time. Nothing's happened.
They had a great time. Yeah.
There's no issues. They're all willing and wanting to go back.
And it's not that we're assholes and we're gonna tell the bands, yo, drive by yourselves and go to the venue yourselves, figure it out. No, like what I do and what I've always done is like cross by foot because it's gonna be faster and easier for you. I'll pick you up on Mexico's side of the border, and we're gonna take Ubers to the venue because Ubers here are fucking cheap. Like, I'm not leaving you on your own going in to the venue and going out the venue. Like, I'm going to be with you the entire time, and I'm going to pay the Ubers, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make you feel comfortable and safe because I've been living here 28 years of my life, and nothing bad has ever happened to me. Besides being a local of TJ, I know where to hang out, and I know where to not hang out. And yeah, downtown gets scary. Yes, it does. But the show is not ending at 2 a.m. in the morning where real shit happens. It's ending at 12 at most.
Mm-hmm.
And you're leaving here at 12:30 in the morning. You're already leaving here. You already crossed the border at 12:30, and you're safe now. You're in your beloved country of the United States, where nothing bad happens. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
and that kind of service that you provide is awesome because I'm
yeah,
like it's you're taking care of them from start to finish.
yeah. I
And
mean, a part of me wishes that I could like take care of them more because
mm,
that's just the person in me. Like, dude, you don't have to worry about food, but I mean, the bands don't even care about that. Is oh, we'll pay for the food. We don't care. Like you already took care of the Uber. You already took care of us enough that a lot of promoters in the states do. And I was like, damn, what are these promoters doing to the bands that are touring? Like you're not taking care of them. You're not making them feel welcome and on in a state that they're in for the first time, let alone a country for the first time. Like what's what's wrong with you? I wouldn't I would do everything in my power to make a band feel comfortable if it's their first, second, third time in the States. In Mexico. I mean, like, and I've heard like all these stories about promoters being shitty in the States for to other bands in the States or other bands from Canada, or other bands out of the country of the States. And I'm like, well, damn, I guess most promoters are scummy, and I'm probably one of the few ones that take care of people in whatever extent I can.
yeah, no, like I've experienced it. You provide a good service, and I tell everybody, like, if you've ever watched like my Tijuana vlogs, like I feel more nervous once I cross over, and like that walk from the American border to my car, that's where I'm like, okay, it's late. It's like 1 a.m. This is where shit's gonna happen if anything does happen. But luckily, nothing ever has happened. Um, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
safer on the Mexico side, but yeah, I feel sketched out once I get back to America, and I've done it
Oh,
like at this time with like 4 or 5 times. So I like I
that's
said,
the thing. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like the best example I can put out is you yourself and Emiro from Quarantine Far Away. Emiro stayed in TJ for 3 days, 4 days,
mhm,
I think, in TJ, in the area that I go to all the time to get tattooed and get coffee and whatever, and nothing fucking happened to him. Nothing happened. Nothing happened to him. Nothing happened to his girlfriend Sky. Nothing happened to Pierre. Nothing happened to nothing happened to no one. So I I get so like mad about people wanting to backmouth TJ. Like, yeah, TJ is not the best like city to look at. As a local, I understand that and I get that, and I agree. But when it comes to shows, when it comes to like our hardcore shows and even other people's hardcore shows, everything goes right. Everything is fine. I doubt a lot of promotion in the states do the service that I try to do every time for the states bands, like picking them up at the border, making them feel welcome, go loading early so we can hang out more. And I just I just care too much about putting up a good show and putting up a good image of what TJ Hardcore is.
yeah. Well, I feel like if you guys are on the right path, right? Because obviously there's more bands coming from the states, right? And hopefully it'll get to a point where enough bands have crossed over, and there's enough, there's gonna be more people than just me shouting out about how cool TJ is,
Yeah,
that it'll become a thing, and they'll bands will start hitting you guys up more to be like, hey, like we want to play TJ.
yeah. I mean, as much as I would love to have more shows, um, a lot of bands. I'm gonna say this, and because it's been like a year since it happened. What Counts was supposed to play TJ last year,
Wow.
or I think, yeah, they were supposed to play, but Evan was like, "Can you do a Wednesday show?" And I'm like, "No, I cannot do a Wednesday. especially. I mean, it's already a gamble to do a weekday show in the States. It's even more of a risk here in TJ. People don't are not really that invested in weekday shows. Um, we always try to do weekends, and that's a little bit shitty from our part because for me, I guess I want to I want the touring band that is having their first show out of the country to be a good one, and I have to do it on a weekend. I either have to do it on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and even Sunday it's a gamble because no one wants to get out the house on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's difficult, and at the same time, I understand why a lot of bands don't want to do TJ if they cannot like fit it on their schedule that makes sense, and they don't want to do like a weekend in TJ, like a weekend day in TJ. Um, it's happened before. Like, well, we cannot do TJ if it's not on a Thursday because Friday we're playing, I don't know, LA, or we're playing Long Beach, we're playing San Diego. But I always tell the bands, if you're playing San Diego on a Friday, make us have Saturday in TJ, or the other way around. If you're playing TJ on a Friday, you can definitely play San Diego on a Saturday, and it's going to be better for you in San Diego than TJ on a Friday, I guess. But a lot of people don't get that, and people have this weird image since hardcore has been like huge now that they have this misconception of like, oh, TJ, hardcore is good everywhere. And I was like, no, it's not. It's really not. Um, if you're a big band like Terror, yes, you can go to Mexico City on a Thursday
Mm-hmm.
and pack and sold the show out. But again, it's Mexico City. There's 30 million people in Mexico City. Like there's there's definitely at least 100 hardcore kids in Mexico City that want to go to that show, you know. But here, being so close to California, we get lost in the tour. In the tours, we miss a lot of tours. We miss a lot of bands, and I just hope one day we can be. I just hope one day TJ it's on the flyer for every show of every band that wants to tour the West Coast, or or every band from California that wants to do a a weekend tour. That's my main goal, honestly.
You could do San Diego on a Thursday because they have a way better chance of pulling a
Oh
decent
yeah,
show on a Thursday. Tijuana on a Friday. Orange County, LA on a Saturday.
yeah, exactly. That's that's easy. Like, but people don't want to do it, and I mean, if you don't want to play TJ, that's fine. But don't claim to be like a hard ass band with hard ass lyrics and be scared of TJ now. Like, oh, okay, I get it. You're scared because you cannot bring your gun to TJ because you have to defend yourself. I was like, yeah, dude, you don't even need that. Like, chill. No one. You're a white boy, most likely a white boy with money that don't need a gun in Mexico. Like, you don't need it. You just to be chill. That's it.
Yeah, people always ask me, they're like, is it safe? And I'm like, dude, I've gone down there all the time. I'm like, do you think I would be talking this positive about it if it wasn't safe? Have I
Dude, we
ever?
got you on a payroll.
Oh yeah, the
We
money's
got you on the
good.
New Lord's payroll. Yeah, we
The money's
have
too
to.
good.
Yeah, the money's way too good.
But no, like I tell everybody, I'm like, dude, like nobody's just gonna start messing with you if you're just minding your own business. Like we go to the hardcore show, we eat, we hang out, and we come back home. We're not out looking for trouble. We're not, like you said, we're not in the sketchy areas. We're not doing anything weird. So I always just try to encourage everybody. I'm like, just go once and see for yourself.
Yeah, literally, you have to go once. That's it.
Yeah, because
If you don't like it, you don't like it, but you have to come.
yeah, because I've been to places where people were just so scared to go, and then I went, and I'm like, wow, this place is beautiful. This is not scary.
Were people scared of for you to? Were people scared for you when you went to Colombia?
Yeah, yeah.
Of
That's
course
one
they were.
place. Because like I was telling everybody, they're you're going to Bogota for what? And I'm like, for a hardcore fest, and they're like, dude, we heard it's dangerous out there, and I'm like, yeah, I heard that too, but all my friends have been there, and they say it's awesome and it's nice, so I'm gonna go experience it for myself. And I stayed in like this like famous hotel where like Pablo Escobar loved staying when he was in like Bogota, and
Hell yeah.
and it was fine. Like, yeah, the staff told me, oh, like don't go out alone at night, and I'm like, I was like, okay, but I did. Like the first night I was there, we went to the this like pre-show, and it was like in this giant building, and like the pre-show was on like the eighth floor, and
Oh hell no.
people were smoking inside the pre-show, and I was like, God, this is so annoying. I hate this. So I went down to the green room. People started smoking in the green room, and I'm like, dude, fuck this. I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk upstairs. Cut down is supposed to be going on at like 8 o'clock. If I walk upstairs, because it was like 8 o'clock at the time, I'm like, if I walk upstairs and cut down isn't setting up, I'm going back to the hotel. So I walk upstairs. Cut down is nowhere to be found. So I'm like, fuck this. I didn't even tell anybody. I walk outside. I called an Uber, and I hopped in the Uber in the middle of Bogota and got taken back to my hotel. Zero issues. I ordered Domino's pizza with a little bit of
Hell
issue.
yeah.
Yeah. Just because I didn't know how to use like their delivery app, and like the guy was like calling me to go downstairs. And like the hotel was like, don't go out alone. But I'm like, dude, my pizza guy's right here. Like, relax. Like, I just came
Dude,
in
I'm just getting
from
the pizza.
yeah,
Chill.
and I was like, dude, I just came in from like this, like, I was on the other side of town in Bogota in the middle of the night. Nothing happened to me. Like, we were wandering the streets, we are going into the Oxos, getting toothpaste and just like the random shit that we needed. Like, never had an issue. Like we were in Bogota. We weren't just in like the touristy areas. Like, we were in there, and like literally zero issues.
I didn't know Colombia had Oxos. That's wild to me. That's cool.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. I thought that when I went to TJ, I'm like, they have Oxos here.
I mean, Oxos are ours. It's just a Mexico thing.
I had no idea. I thought it was a Colombia thing because the first time I seen them was in Colombia.
Yeah, there's an Oxo in El Paso as well.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Which they're branching out. That's cool. It's cool. I was going to say something. Oh yeah. Right now, as we're recording this, Jason, my best friend, and Claudia, my boss, and his girlfriend, are in Colombia right now, and they're going to see Robert Gate with Odd Man Out.
Dude, I love Jeff from Odd Man Out.
Dude, I mean, do you have any idea when this comes out?
It'll be in a couple days.
Fuck. Okay, I'll tell you in DMs then.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Shout out Jeff. I love Jeff.
Shout out Jeff.
Funny story. I went to go see this K-pop group, Stacy, and me and my friends are like, yeah. we're just like in the lobby waiting for like the show to start, and like we're just talking, and I'm just like kind of like gazing, looking out at the crowd, and I see Jeff walking through just by himself. So I flag him down. I'm like, yo, Jeff, like, what are you doing here? And he's like, dude, I love K-pop. And then we just started going in. He's telling me about like him getting to see like New Jeans at, like in Tokyo, and we're talking about Twice, and I'm like, dude, I fucking love Jeff even more now, because like we knew each other because of hardcore before that show, but once I found out he was like really about it, we're just like texting, and like he invited me to hang out after the show, but I couldn't because I had like work, but he's awesome. I fucking love Jeff.
Dude, I cannot wait to the day to meet him eventually.
Yeah, no, solid guy.
Happen. Yeah, yeah, dude. Like, Jason told me a couple weeks ago. I was like, "Yo, we're going to Colombia." I was like, "Oh, fuck yes, that's cool. Do you want to come?" I was like, "Man, I don't have that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish I would be seeing Robert Gate right now. I think it's in a couple days." But they're staying there because Claudia is tattooing in Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jason is just being Jason, is being there. That's it. That's all he does. He's with his lovely girlfriend all the time. Shout out to them. But I really wanted to go to Colombia. I really want to go, but it's not my time yet.
Yeah, no, I highly suggest it. Like, I've been dying to go back because we went out there for like the festival that Carlos like put on in Bogota.
Yeah.
And that just blew my mind because seeing like all the local people knowing like all the words to like No Pressure, like
Yeah.
Tsunami, like Shutdown had like probably like one of their best sets ever, which was like insane. And I'll never forget Shutdown played, and like all the Americans, like we knew each other. It was like oh shit, you're here. Like we didn't know. Like like
That's
we're
hilarious.
yeah, like we're all vibing because like we're all from the States, and like I said, like we know each other. But like during Shutdown, this like mysterious bald guy, like he's clearly from America, he's like a white dude, this like mysterious bald guy comes out and just starts tearing it up in the pit, and like we're all looking at each other like, is that your homie? No, like, is that your homie? And to this day nobody knows who that guy was. He would just showed up and mosh for Shutdown and then disappeared.
The mysterious mosher. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I mean, it's that fest looked fun, and that was like, when was it? Was that 2022?
no, I think it was like 2023 if I'm being honest.
Holy shit. Okay, so a year before we started booking shows. So I was like looking at that show, and I was like, man, fuck this. What do you mean that Shutdown and Tsunami and No Pressure played Bogota instead of TJ first? Like, I was pressed. But I was like, that's cool at the same time. But I was like, man, I wish it would have been TJ as well. But, it happens. But hey, Tsunami, a band from California, play a third world country. I don't know what these other bands from California is stopping them to play TJ.
That's like my biggest thing, because I'm just like, yeah, like you guys go to San Diego. It's literally right there. It's not like
literally right there, dude.
Yeah, it's not like you got to go like way out of the way to hit TJ. It's literally, if you're in San Diego, it's literally right there.
Yeah, I cannot wait to the day for all the bookers in California that at least I am friends with, like, unite and make something with TJ at one point, like a tour package every time or whatever. It'd be awesome for everybody, honestly.
I'm curious. Did you try to book What Counts on their run that they're about to have in California?
I did. I also tried to have Neolithic and Abstain here, but no.
Oh, okay. Just didn't work out.
No. Yeah, it didn't work out. Again, weekdays are pretty hard here in TJ, and it's mostly me being stubborn, because I could have said, yeah, we could book you on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday, or even a fucking Monday, but I wouldn't be happy with a touring band having that impression of TJ, of a probably no one showing up for that show. I would feel pretty bad, honestly. But like I said, we are in a new venue now. We have the ability to do weekday shows if we really want to, because luckily enough, we don't have to bring any backline to that venue. They have a full set of backline ready to go, a drum set ready to go. Of course, you have to bring your what happened? Everything school?
Hold on. My camera's being annoying.
There you go. That's all good. Like, at this new venue, like I said, we have a backline already there. We don't have to bring shit. But of course, it would be cool to have our cabs that are pretty fucking good. But we don't have to do that anytime soon. Honestly, if we want to, we will bring the backline. If we don't want to, there's a backline at the venue. There's a drum set. There's a couple amps. Not the best thing ever, but they have a cool PA system, so that covers some things, I guess. But other than that, you just have to show with your instruments and your cymbals and your snare drum, and that's it. Have a show.
Can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah.
1 second. But yeah, that's I'm actually not going to be in town for What Counts, and even like that same weekend, Pain of Truth is playing program.
Oh, whoa, that's dangerous. That's scary.
Yeah, so like when I saw that flyer, I was like, man, because I don't really go to program these days. but I'll be there for like the About Face record releases. I can't miss that because I
Oh yeah,
love Coop. I love
I love groups.
love New Brigade. So that's like one I can't
Yeah,
miss. But also like I
dude,
love
yeah, everybody takes one. Fantastic band.
yeah. I always forget that they're going to be in town for that too.
I tried to book them for I want just for my own selfishness, because I wanted to see them live. I tried, but nah,
Yeah.
they were already booked, so no one's fault.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, dude.
Well, like I said, I hope it does get to that point where like TJ is just a normal thing.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I would be happiest. I would be the happiest of my life if all the bookers that I trust in California would just unite and have like this day, this part of California, this other day TJ, this other day go back to California. Like it's easy. It's not that difficult. It's fine. Like yeah, probably if you're a band that does it for the money, it's not gonna be that good. But if you're in it for the money in a hardcore band, like you're not doing this shit right, bro. Like it's not happening.
Okay, matinee in San Diego, and then the finale in TJ. That sounds
Yeah,
like
dude.
it would be a great plan.
That was like a fantastic band to me. I mean, we're gonna have our first ever all ages matinee soon. We're pretty excited. I'm pretty nervous because it's on a Sunday, but it's gonna be all ages. It's gonna be a matinee for everybody who has a job on a Monday. Would have to go to the job on a Monday. We're doing this matinee because I couldn't. If I didn't have that band in TJ, I would have lost it because it's that fucking good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Before we wrap up, I just want to say the last time I was in TJ, I was so happy that we were able to get cheeseburgers because
Yeah.
that time that I went to TJ with Jeff and we had hung out all day, and at the end of the night you mentioned that TJ has like the best cheeseburgers. That had been like on my mind nonstop, and I was like, dude, like what the hell is he talking about? Like this can't be real. And then where did we go? Can you tell everybody like the name of the spot that we went to?
Yeah. We went to Telefonica Gastro Park, and the burger place is called Purista. They're just like small cheeseburger sliders. They're pretty good.
No, they're really
One of
good.
my favorite spots. One of my favorite spots in TJ, honestly, because there's another place that served a really good cheeseburger called Macabro, but they shut down, unfortunately. It was probably the best burger I've ever had in my life. Easily, no competition. But now they're gone. But the Purista, it's still rocking and still pretty good.
Hell yeah. Okay. Well, I'm happy that we're able to check that one off because that shit was
Yeah.
awesome. Maybe next time I go, we can go to that taco spot that you said that's 20 minutes away. That's near where you live.
Yes, we have to.
Yeah, because we traveled. I don't even know where we went for that bullfighting show. That was insane. So
Dude, I don't even go to that area. I don't even go to that area. My father used to work in that area where the apartment complex were.
uh-huh.
He did some apartments in that. Well, the inside of those apartments, for a couple, not every single one. But I've never been to that place in years.
Yeah. It was
It's a whatever area. Honestly, it's not the best looking one, but
yeah,
it's
but
an area.
they had a bullfighting arena in the middle of the neighborhood. That was so crazy to me.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, I don't know when, but I'm looking to get back to TJ
Dude,
sooner than later.
you might be here soon for a certain band.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you after we're done with this. Also, I just want to put it on record that I told you this at the anniversary of the shop, but I was scrolling through live videos in 197 Media, shout out, and I saw the Like It or Not program gig, and I
Okay.
saw you, at the front singing every song of the Lion Crew shit. And I was like, yo, who's that? That looks familiar. And I was like, oh shit, it's Jamie. That's crazy. I
Yeah.
love that band, dude.
Yeah, that show was my favorite show of 2019. Was Like It or Not, Initiate a Program. That shit was insane.
Were you or did you book the Magnitude program show? Was it you?
No, that was before I
Oh,
booked
okay.
shows.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, shout out Magnitude.
Were you there?
I've tried to book Magnitude, which is a funny story that I would love to tell publicly one day.
Yeah. Oh, you have to tell me after, honestly.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can
I've
talk.
been trying to book. I've been trying to book them as well, but only because it's a straight edge band, and I'm straight edge,
Mhm.
and uh, it's just something that I really want to do, but I'm not. There's not many straight edge people here in TJ to begin with. So we have like a couple of us, and to feature a straight edge band that big with a scene that is not too big on straight edge, I don't know. It's just me having self doubt.
Nah, dude. Non-straight edge people love straight edge music. It'll be fine.
I know they love getting drunk while listening to fucking straight edge music.
Yeah, it's hey.
A couple of joints with Agitator on. Shout out Agitator, one of the best bands I've ever heard.
Shout out Marty. He
Yes, sir.
just got engaged. He's leaving Pennsylvania. He's awesome. I love Marty Williams.
Yo, Morty, keep it on record. I'll bring Agitator back, please. And I'll book you in TJ.
All right.
Please. I just want to hear Natural Selection live. That's it.
That's funny. Okay, before we sign off, is there anything else you would like to say?
I want to give a couple shout outs if that's cool with you.
Yeah, shout it out. Let's go.
Shout out Worst Enemy, a TJ hardcore band from my friend Danny. One of the best, easily, it's going to be one of the best bands that TJ has ever produced. Shout out Forza Booking. Shout out Rene from Forza Booking, one of the best. Shout out to fucking the Classic Tattoo. Shout out the Lo-Fi Coffee. Shout out Red Hill Coffee. Shout out all our friends in the zine. Shout out, I don't know. Shout out everyone who gives a fuck about TJ Hardcore. And before we wrap this up, we have a couple shows going on. We're taking a little bit of a we're gonna be a little more selective with our shows from here on because we're only three people in New Lords now. So it's gonna be a great year for New Lords. It's gonna be really PC, hopefully. And if you're in California, come to TJ. If you're a California band, fucking get your passports, go to TJ. I'll book you on a fucking weekend because you deserve to have the best crowd possible for your show out of the country. Because I want to make people in TJ realize that TJ still got it, and it's still a thriving scene. And I want everyone to give a fuck as much as I give a fuck about my scene. So keep that in mind. It's New Lords booking till I fucking die.
All right. That was awesome. Well, I truly appreciate your time. This was a long time coming. I'm happy we finally did this. This was fun. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate your time. We'll be back soon. Goodbye.